As the world shifts toward clean energy, one company is redefining the future of home energy. SIG Energy puts AI at the heart of every system, making solar smarter, storage stronger, and homes more independent. SIG Energy's AI-powered solutions are reshaping homes with unmatched intelligence and reliability. SIG Energy. The future of energy has already arrived.
I've had the SIG Energy system in for about 6 months now. I recently won the SIG Energy survey, customer survey, which has given me an extra battery, so I'm up to 24 kilowatts of storage on my system now. I moved into the solar space because I was thinking about sustainability and also I was concerned about the energy prices. I did it just before the pandemic hit, when energy prices started going nuts, so I was like really happy I'd planned ahead on that. When I did the maths, I worked out that my break-even point was when energy was about 25p a unit. So lots of spreadsheets, drove my wife bonkers with the spreadsheets, but I did the maths and it worked out. At 25p a unit, anything above that would be effectively profit. That's taking into account the cost of the financing of the solar panels, the installation, as well as the energy system. It took less time to install the new system than it did to take the old system out. It was just amazing. Removing of the old one was really complex, lots of cables going everywhere. Once that was all out, it was stack the boxes on top with a bit of digital commissioning, and it was so simple. There's some really good tariffs with some low overnight electricity, and the battery storage of having 24 kilowatts of battery means I can top up on that and make some really good savings on that, because you can get down to like 15p, 10p a unit. I've always found that the app has always understood the new tariffs. You can look at the pull downs, you select the vendor, and then you can select the tariff, and then it pulls up what the tariff looks like on the profile. With my old system, I was having to constantly switch the batteries on, switch the batteries off, and try and work out what the best optimization was. With the AI running the system, it just works.
At SIG Energy, we believe power should be intelligent, sustainable, and always in your hands. That's why we created SigenStor, the world's first 5-in-1 energy storage system.
One of the other things I really liked about it was the amount of safety systems that were built into the battery. I think it's 5 or 7 extra safety systems built in. Each battery's got its own safety controller, which gives me confidence, because storing lithium in your garage, I was like, okay, I want to read about this just before I do that. But I got a lot of assurance around what I read and the documentation that was available. Because I work in cybersecurity, I have a healthy skepticism around AI, and I want to make sure I understand what it's going to do. When I was looking into the documentation on the SIG Energy system, there was lots of documentation around the assurances, around the regulations and the legislation and the controls that SIG Energy have put in place to keep the AI under control.
SigenStor learns your daily patterns, optimizes energy flow, and reduces your reliance on the grid. It's clean power, intelligently managed.
It's the first true all-in-one in the market. It's essentially 5 things. This is a PV inverter, this is a hybrid inverter, this is a storage unit, it's an EV charger, and it's an energy management system.
I found that the support from the service email address is just second to none. I had a couple of weird things on the application at the early days, and they were resolved within a couple of days. I found them absolutely amazing to respond to my requests. I would definitely recommend the SIG Energy system. I've had an old system which was made of components. I've had the SIG Energy system, which was an all-in-one. It was so simple to install and it just worked. It is an investment, so you definitely need to do your own research. You need to look at what the market's got and where the market is going and compare the systems, because not all systems are the same. If you're going to buy a new car, you're going to look at that. If you buy a new computer, you're also going to look at that and do your own research. There's no difference for the solar system because they're not all the same.
SIG Energy regularly run these customer feedback surveys for the installer and for the homeowner. We're very happy with Matt's testimonial today, and we're very happy he gave us time to come and film in his house. He's an educated homeowner who understood his needs, he understood what's out there in the market, and he understood that SIG Energy was a brand that aligned with his current and future needs.
In a land shaped by wind and water, where castles stand strong against time, a new kind of power has arrived. Driven by AI, backed by local support, and trusted by families across the UK and Ireland. SIG Energy, redefining smart, secure living with a commitment to every customer. The future of energy isn't coming, it's already here. Discover more at sigenergy.com.